last tray. Oh my god. Where the gravy did that come from? What? I never get spots. Well, this camera was a really bad idea, showing all my impurities and imperfections. Anyway, today is probably going to be my last proper training session of 2016, so I thought I might as well film it, make a little training vlog out of it. No train, no gain and all that. Now, even though the sun is shining and there's not a cloud in the sky today, I can assure you it's a bloody cold day in the West Country, and therefore I'm going to be heading down to the studio for this session. Bish bash bosh. So as you can see as well, by the way, I've got myself a Rode, if that's how you pronounce it, mic on top of this camera now. Let me know if the audio quality of this video is better, worse, if it makes my voice more tolerable than usual, I don't know. But anyway, looks like I've got the place to myself, which is nice. Interesting to see that the thing that I usually put my camera on top of is still here from the last time I was in the studio, however many days ago that was. Enough jubber jubber from me, let's end the year on a high. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another audio commentary, picking up things for this session of No Train, No Gain. So with this one, I haven't really let the indulgences of Christmas or anything take its toll on me. I think I was in sort of relatively good form in terms of my lowers going into this session. I took my time with the warm-up, spent sort of like a good half an hour on it, which is probably a lot longer than usual for me to do kind of warming up with just basics. The main thing that I wanted to focus on with this session was my weak alternative Homie Tuzani. And I say this because it still feels like the alternative 2-rev that I struggle with the most on my weak foot. The others, I say Alt Homie Mitch, not Homie, what am I on about? Alt Lemons, are pretty comfortable, but I wanted to kind of get this one up to standard as well. Making the combos a lot longer here, and there's a combo that I always like to try and do with all the Alt 2-revs in the combos, but I'll kind of play around with the order of them sometimes. And then the variety of my basics here in these combos as well, I'm quite happy with actually. There's an okay amount of weak foot. No idea how I dropped that one. But yeah, so what I'm doing here, as you see, kicking it up with my right foot to start, that is what I would call my weak alternative Homie Tuzani. Here I go again, looking for 3 in a combo. I wanted to kind of get that really, but it just wasn't happening for me. But I wanted to revisit it later, so I had a little break from it and got these 2 combos here: Alt Homie Tuzani Mag Abbas in, and Alt Lemons Alt Homie Tuzani as well. I was quite pleased with both of those. They didn't take too much time to get. And then eventually I did manage to get 3 Alt Homie Tuzani in a combo, as you would have already seen on my Instagram as I posted this clip. The thing that I really like about this combo the most is the finish with Abbas in to Alt Homie Tuzani. That was kind of very surprised and kind of came out of nowhere. And then after I kind of did that, I did initially plan to do some kind of Alt Homie Tuzani no touch stuff still on my weak foot, but it just wasn't happening for me really. So instead, I chose to kind of use up my remaining energy on what I like to call burnout combos. Now, for me, a typical burnout combo will always start with a 2.5 or an Alt 2.5 revolution trick, and then I just kind of completely just go mental really, just until my legs kind of, you know, give way or the exhaustion kicks in. Try to mix it up as much as possible. And generally, a lot of them were really good in length, but dropped and a bit repetitive, so I don't really want to show all of them. But some of them were pretty decent. Most of them starting with Lemons Mitch or Lemons Tuzani, and that's something that I like, is the fact that my stamina of late has been quite good. This one here, I think I was shaping up really nicely, and then I dropped it on going for the second mag ab acid and combo there. This one here was pretty good, even though you can see where I'm going for kind of more than one revolution with the alt lemons there, which turns into a hop the world, or a mag abass attempt in a second that you'll see just turn into a normal abass. But this one was good, didn't drop this one either, and managed to finish it with a nice alt homie Mitch on my strong foot. And I literally just carried on with these to the point until my legs just couldn't take any more. So after I was completely finished with the lowers, I then moved on to some uppers. Spent about half an hour on uppers to end my session, and it was good, to be fair. That move at the start of this combo, I would like to get consistent with like the two shoulder touches. I think it looks quite nice. And another thing that's probably worth mentioning actually is throughout all of these clips, I've just been testing out the autofocus on this camera, just sort of seeing how reliable it is really, but doesn't seem to be too many issues in that regard. Mouth stall is a new thing that I've only just kind of managed to learn in terms of uppers. My problem was always that I just wasn't tilting my head back far enough, but now that I've kind of got the positioning for that, I can do it pretty easy. So it's a few ideas of things that I want to try with that. Rollers is another thing that in this kind of segment of uppers were looking quite good on this particular day, which is nice. The majority of them a lot more cleaner, and the majority of them a lot more consistent as well. And then finishing off with this clip here, I was really happy with this. Did a roller and then finishing it with it ending up in mouth stall. Very temperamental, I found that, but really happy just to have that kind of done and dusted. And yeah, that was my session. Alright, okay, I think I'm gonna call time on my session there. Not the best session, but not the worst session either by any means. Really happy, if anything, that I just kind of pushed it all the way to the end, even when you're running low on juice, quite literally. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and here's to 2017. Happy days.